Hello and welcome to the Nasty Nate
with the Geordie accent.
Drunkcast. Why with the Geordie accent? How else are you going to do it?
Well, we started going full BBC and now since the camera's on
Now, Geordie style.
How else are you going to do it?
Geordie Shore style.
Anyway,
Yeah, man.
bit of theme tunage.
Bringing on the crack.
This is crushing eggshells, baby. Because we're not walking on eggshells today.
Oh no.
Oh no, not.
No actions.
Getting right into the shit today. Yeah!
Yeah, man. Good times. Hey, mom, I'd like to give a shout out to all my homies in South Africa. And I'd like to give a shout out to my mama. She's chilling in the house. And I'd like to give a shout out to all my friends. Debo, what's up, lad? Yeah, yeah.
Death to America!
Take to America! Allah.
That is why I'm no
Would
longer
you like us to cut that out? Okay.
That's why we're not the BBC lads.
Fine introduction. I'm not sure we can pass off a scene show after this, but you know, we'll give it a try. Go on, let's start lying. Okay. Get your moves on.
I'm the hippopotamus, my lyrics are bottomless.
It's the Nasty Nate Drunkcast. I'm here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Dreaded Nate, Judge J, and Nasty Nate.
TJ. This guy, what's his name again? I mean Nathan.
Otherwise known as the Timmer.
Nathan.
The Timmer is in the house.
I said chopsticks.
You may have recognised Jay from the Judge Dredd Netcast.
They don't recognize shit. They didn't recognize
Dready
me.
name. And if you can hear her,
Yeah.
we'll get into some subjects in a second.
This is the introduction music.
The intro. Bit of Parkinson, you know.
Why not?
No, I'm on a bit of, Motown, Malay. What would you recommend to?
What? What Motown?
What would you recommend to the audience? Like for to
The music.
to sweeten them up.
A little bit of Abraham, Martin and John.
Who's this then? What's this? Give us a song. Hum us a song.
Marvin Gaye.
You gotta have to come on.
Name of the song, dog.
I'm on the hot street now.
Is it like? How does it go again? Like
I was enjoying those tunes.
got to give me some tenderness. No, it's not even that. Is it? It's
Yeah. Why
It's like that one,
don't you
though.
put Miley Cyrus again? Yeah.
Twerking to the tenderness.
Oh, dog. Yeah.
When was it twerking? It was always just slipped up, wasn't it?
Did you see that video, yeah?
I did.
Oh, man.
She looked like a right hooer.
Oh, she
So
can't
she-
even twerk as well. That
She
was
can't?
Oh,
It was
man.
That was a stripper's move, wasn't it?
What the fuck? I paid more and seen better strippers than that.
Well, like,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
well,
I don't even need
no
to
wonder
pay her
she
to
didn't
go.
have any notes in her panties
She doesn't
when
even
she was
have
doing
an
it.
ass.
That's why she was pissed. She was like, "Well, if no one's going to hand us any notes and put them in my tights, then why am I doing this dance?" And that's why she started sticking her tongue out at everybody.
I heard dollars is what she needs.
Dollars is what she
She's just a stripper.
needs.
She's just a glorified
You
stripper
get
now.
someone.
Well, who sings and...
Fuck that.
I mean, did you see that that song where she's like on a cannonball or something like that? And she's like swinging around
Yeah,
and
the
licking.
record
I'm like,
one.
what the fuck?
Who
That's
is
ridiculous.
Marvin Gaye anyway? Who does it? What?
He got
what
shot
song
by
is
his
it?
dad.
He's like, baby.
Yeah, his
I can.
dad executed him.
Like dead.
Dead, shot him dead.
Why?
Because he was pissed off. And he regretted it afterwards. He was like dead upset. He sings, "Let's get it on."
Let's get it on. Hey, but is it that guy who goes, baby, I can hold. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it that one? Is it? He does that song as well. I can't remember
I
what it's
can't
called.
get much longer. I'm getting hotter
Yeah.
and hotter. When I get that
See, I knew it would find it
Yeah,
at the
he's
end
got
there,
some
like.
sexual healing. No,
sexual
I think you should
healing.
just stick with the tunes we had on, man. They were sound.
I think we already started. haven't
Well,
we?
that was one of my tunes.
Yeah, no?
Yeah.
Let's keep the rhythm.
Well, we'll do.
Yeah, we can even play it in
usually
the
do that.
background or something like
Yeah,
that while
we-
we're having
we-
a talk.
We can't be playing the, what should we get on next YouTube shit?
Yeah.
I know, that's like schoolgirl, that, mate.
No, I was,
Except they always go for like Britney Spears.
I was just taking a look at the topics to discuss, and like getting back to Molly, which was very interesting. I think like
Molly?
just
Molly?
Molly Cyrus.
Oh, Molly Cyrus.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna take some Molly.
Cyrus.
We're gonna get some Molly right now.
I think
Yeah.
I think she shouldn't break my heart. My
I
achy
think-
breaky heart.
You know how many people have made that joke?
I don't give a fuck. I'm making it again.
There's this guy Vinny Eastwood in New Zealand who made that joke before you, man. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck.
Like he broadcasted it before you, so he's gonna keep it.
New Zealand's far, far away, you know.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like gonna come here like, what?
If you want to fight about it, you know. Pistols at dawn.
It's still so dumb.
No, just giving the guys props, Vinny.
Big up, Vinny.
Big up the Vinny's class.
Band.
Yeah, man.
I heard that this
Mr.
Vinny guy,
Media.
right, gets led around on a dog
Son.
lead by a fucking mistress, wears a gas mask and everything.
You know what I'm saying? Gas message.
No, but like
So,
so seriously though, what did you get from the Molly Cyrus dance? Just coming from an outsider who hasn't really looked at it, you know, like
Okay, well,
researched it.
yeah, it was on. I thought, you know, I can get off to this. I got off to worse things on the internet. You know, watched it a bit. I wasn't that impressed.
What
funny.
themes did you get out of the song? That like, what did you just think? Ooh, this is a party song.
It was shit, man.
It's just
It was
shit.
shit.
It was just shit.
Just, you know,
What
nothing to it.
But in it though, right? She talks.
what did
about-
you make you think though? Did it make you think like, how the fuck is she like blowing huge when there's like better singers around?
I thought,
Yeah.
I was
mate, there's clearly better
Oh,
women
clearly.
teasing
Yeah.
us on it, on, you know, the music videos. You know?
She's got such
Bring
an,
back Holly Valance.
such an abrasive voice. Such an abrasive voice. And like just the fact that like people will look at her and they'll see one layer of the song, they'll look at it and think, oh, she was talking about cocaine. She was talking about taking MDMA, but she wasn't really. She was talking about taking an unknown bag of drugs. Because Molly isn't MDMA, because we like to party dancing with Molly. Right, that's what what she was on about. But Molly in America isn't actually MDMA, it's a mixed bag of drugs.
So they don't know shit.
So it's an unknown. It could be ketamine, it could be speed, it could be cocaine, it could be all of them things in one bag.
Look, mate, right, what would you do if your son was at home crying alone on the bedroom floor because he's hungry and the only way to feed him is to sleep with a man for a little bit of money? And his dad is gone, so we're smoking crack now, and not a lockdown, he ain't got a job now. I don't know about you.
Is this like Gangsta's Paradise you're singing?
This is What Would You Do by City High.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, where she's a prostitute for a little bit of money because, you know.
Wait, I thought you were singing Journey there for a minute.
Journey.
Well, Johnny said we shouldn't stop believing, and I agree with that.
Believing.
See, Miley Cyrus, she's just a small town girl living in a
Oh
lonely
my
world.
god, man.
She's also invoking.
Living in a lovely world.
Have you ever heard of Kali? Like the god.
California.
No.
California.
The Indian.
California.
The Indian goddess. Kali.
No.
No.
Didn't you sleep
The
with
man
her?
killer. The man killer.
I did.
Did you?
Where she
Yeah, tits.
beheads men.
Fucking hell.
Where she beheads men.
That is a kinky fetish.
Oh
That is
yeah,
a
yeah.
very kinky fetish.
Yeah.
Well, basically, right, it's like this esoteric signal of war. You know how Obama's been going to war. and
Cutting
stuff
someone's
like
head off is a good signal of war.
Well, Obama isn't necessarily going to war. He's just right now going to war.
He's
Well,
just
he did-
warmongering, making his reasons.
The whole thing with Libya that happened, and then now he's like going.
I wouldn't
to
be
Syria.
surprised if Obama thought he was God, to be honest, because that's what they've made Molly Cyrus look like. Because in ancient Egypt, they actually used to invoke. They believed that they were invoking gods when they did dances and acting, right? And that's what they've made Molly Cyrus do. They've made her
Some
act out
Illuminati shit.
I'm pretty sure the Egyptians were high, mate. Like, really
They were
fucking high.
on meat. On
Yeah, on-
psychedelic meat that they fermented with magic mushrooms. But
Yeah, so we can't really take what they say as being gospel, you know what I mean?
That's for another topic. You know, like they used to swap that shit around. They used
Some
to like
good meat, man.
make it right, and then it used to taste like blueberries and all kinds of stuff. And they used to take it in and then go into the pyramids and then trip off the nuts, think they were contacting alien beings, and they thought they were actually going through the underworld and meeting their like underworld guardians who would tell them if they'd been good enough to pass on to the afterlife and shit like that.
What they do in their spare time is none of our business, is it? You know. I mean,
What they did do.
Oh shit.
Well, then again, I suppose they probably tripped that hard that they were able to transfer their souls into the pyramids themselves and then live on forever.
I think we're digressing quite a bit. The question was, what do you think of Miley Cyrus and how tripped out were
Well, they made her into an Egyptian goddess. You know,
Okay,
like basically, and they're using that to put out an Illuminati signal of war.
Oh, of course it's Illuminati.
Okay.
I mean,
It's like a big war signal.
Okay.
It's like, fuck them all, we won't stop, as the title of the song says.
Okay, why would they, let's say, whoever...
I think it's a
want to
distraction.
put out a signal for a war? Why this have a war? Who cares?
Because
You know what?
they need
You
to
know-
program the kids as well as the adults.
You know
Kids
how
are
you know
not programmed?
something? You know how something is like Illuminati, like when a song or something like that is Illuminati made, like to be. It's because when something like Miley Cyrus thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody, even your friends, if you ask them what do you think of the song, they will probably say that was shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But somehow they will advertise the shit out of it. And then finally, some people will end up liking it, even though it's like a whole crazy shit like that. It's just that's
exactly how it works. But it's also the fact that they've grown up with these kids, and like people have saw themselves in her. And when she puts out,
If you see yourself,
I've seen myself in
in Miley
there.
Cyrus, if you see yourself in Miley Cyrus, that's the end of you, girl.
put themselves in her shoes, and that basically it gives her the power, or basically whoever owns her, Miley Cyrus, it gives them the power to manipulate the kids who've put themselves in her shoes, and now she's like going, that's a big symbol of apathy that she put out there. That whole dance where she was like dancing with teddy bears was meant to be like a symbol of her, like just destroying her own image basically. But at the same time, like it was like a massive symbol of disposability. Like I'm worthless, and everybody should copy off me, and everybody should feel worthless. That's
how a good stripper should feel. I mean, when she's dancing for you, you want to see the cold dead eyes, you know? She's thinking, how can I feed me baby? That's what you want. Dance, bitch. Yeah.
You know me, when I first saw that, because I'm on like Facebook a lot and stuff. I don't really, I'm more of an internet guy rather than a TV guy. And I have a page there, so I'm most like looking at like government stuff and what Obama doing again and what David Cameron not doing again.
Yeah.
So you already like kind of know like the kind of shit that Facebook. I mean, when something gets big in like in a stupid Facebook type of thing, it's proper like it was clearly advertised so ridiculously, like just Miley Cyrus twerking, even though it was just ridiculous, but everybody started doing it like. Sharing it was like everywhere. Like,
it wasn't even called twerking before the Miley Cyrus did it.
It was just like what the fuck? No, there was a twerking as well before Miley Cyrus did. But what she's doing is not twerking. I don't know what the fuck she's doing, man.
She's doing a fucking chicken dance.
I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do, but that is not twerking. She needs to kill herself. I mean, she needs to chill the fuck out.
Follow Marilyn Monroe.
Hey,
No. What she needs is one of them dads who. You seen that video where that dad whips them two girls on the legs with a TV cable for twerking?
No,
he goes to jail.
I haven't seen that. What are they doing these days, man?
He's gone to jail, and like, of course, like I wouldn't recommend that for anybody. I'm not endorsing that at all, but at the same time, like shit, if anybody needs a cable to the legs, it's probably Miley Cyrus. Like, just what are you doing?
What about Selena Gomez?
Get some tunes back on.
Yeah, put some tunes on. By the way, mate.
Right.
So what do you think? Have you like been watching this whole like Syria thing?
I have indeed.
So what's your whole take on the subject and how do you feel about it?
There's two simple ways.
What? Say that again.
How do we feel about Syria?
I'm not putting some music on if we're
No, just
asking a
on
question.
down low.
Yeah.
Low.
Oh yeah, like low, like it's gonna be like in the background, just
Yeah.
a tiny bit of music.
Yeah, just the beat.
Well, that's what we were like getting on to about though, like the fact that like Miley Cyrus is in a way she's like kind of giving the go ahead for people to feel okay about moving into Syria, even letting the kids accept it.
How?
Because right when
The kids don't even know where
when
Syria
the
is.
population feels is worthless.
I think it's more of a
as Americans probably feel like because of the way like everybody perceives them. As soon as this started, you said death to America. So that's just a small example. It was a joke,
Was it? Oh yeah, jokes.
Exactly. No, that's but just a small example, man. And imagine how they feel, how they are looked at, and like, why should they? If I was in America, I'd be thinking, why the fuck should I give a fuck about the rest of the world, right? Yeah, Obama might be a cunt, but there's other cunts in the world that hate war.
Bruv, yeah. You know a guy called Luke Rodowski? There was a video of him on YouTube questioning Americans about the war, like why is like about Obama going to war with Syria. Some people didn't even know that America's going to war with Syria. I mean, it's...
I'm not saying that the way that they feel is completely right now. I think it's completely contorted, and I think they're being manipulated to the fucking... to the nth degree.
Well, everyone gets manipulated. That's the game.
It's true.
I think it's just ridiculous. Look, you know how this whole thing started? I mean, after Syria has been like in this crazy shit with the rebels who are really actually just Al Qaeda.
Yeah.
And America has been funding them with weapons and stuff like with weapons. And they killed over 100,000 people, women and children as well.
Aye.
And then 1,500 people die, and then Obama's like, oh my god, Jesus Christ, I can't believe they're using chemical weapons. Let's go over there right now. Syria's killed. So right now, fucking Russia, China, and Iran are gonna go help Syria, while America and France and German go fight with all of them, just because that happened. Exactly, they didn't even prove that Assad actually was the one who used those chemical weapons.
And even if he did, so fucking
So
what?
fucking what? America is not the police of the world. I don't know what the fuck
Britain's
they think
used
they
chemical
do
weapons
it.
before.
Even, I mean, Jesus Christ.
We were discussing this before, how easily the American people are led, right? There was this guy from wearechange.org,
Right.
and he presented all these questions to people that he was saying, Mitt Romney did this, Mitt Romney did that. He went back on all these policies that he said he was going to do at the beginning. When really the guy was tricking them, because it was really Obama who went back on
doing
all
those
these
things.
Yeah, who went back
And then
on
people were like,
all of
oh.
these policies.
So everybody was like, oh, that's why I support Obama. He wouldn't do that shit. And then he was like, oh, by the way, I was just joking. It's not actually Mitt Romney. Obama did all that shit within this last 4 years. And they were like, well, I like some of his policies too. So
Half of them still was supporting Obama by the end of it. Was still making excuses for him. Two of the people were like, fuck that. I'm gonna have a look at this and see what I'm gonna change my opinion. But it was ridiculous to see how easy that people were like digging themselves a hole of what they were saying, saying like, oh well, at least I'm not voting for Mitt Romney. But it was actually Obama who did those things, and they said from the very beginning of the interview that they were supporting Obama all the way, and it just shows you how fucking
they don't know what the fuck they're
people are,
supporting.
man. So easily led.
I mean, that's another example with the whole thing with Syria.
When people are feeling worthless, it's even easier to lead them. And I'm going to get onto that a bit later, like talk about how Game of Thrones even, like...
Game of Thrones is a massive distraction.
But it's a massive distraction, but it's also like every episode, it bombards you with these reminders and messages that men are worthless and aren't worth the time and are disposable, expendable and every...
Have you ever read The Prince by Nicola Machiavelli?
No.
Oh mate, you like it?
What?
It's a ruler shouldn't always keep his promises, and it gives you all these fucking reasons why you should say one thing, do another.
Yeah.
And if, let's say, I was the ruler, and I wanted to kill loads of people, I would send my good friend you here today, go and fucking sort these people out, and you go and fucking waste my enemies. Then when everyone kicks off, I'm like, yeah, he's a fucking bad man. Sorry, you're for the fucking prison, mate. And he's like, the fuck? And I'm like, and everyone's like, oh, thanks, Nathan, for sorting it out. I'm like, no worries. You never again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like not only that.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Yeah.
How much mistrust is bred as well from that way of
power
thinking
comes
as well.
from devious, and empires are built in blood.
And like these constant reminders, all these like messages, these almost like programming for people to take in. You can tell that this programming isn't for poor people. For instance, you cannot get this on normal TV. You have to get Sky Atlantic.
Yeah.
Or you get the internet in your jacket like I do, and you download the shit. Like have you downloaded it?
What?
Game of Thrones? Have you?
No, I just watched it online, man.
You watched it downloaded it, you know.
Do you know why the poor people exist, Nathan? To frighten the middle class people.
I think what the police is fighting the middle class people. I think poor people have to exist in order for there to be rich people. That's why
Of course.
richer gets richer and poor gets poorer, and it's not
Aye.
gonna change. And people
The
are
upper class
look,
exists, the lower class
people
exists.
are looking
I
at-
suppose the middle class exists as well.
I think,
And
I
they're the
think a
most
lot
preyed
of,
on.
I
They're
think
the
a lot
most
of
preyed on in a way.
yeah,
Do all the work.
I think a lot of people are just like looking at things like let's say oil and everything else, like the prices are gonna kind of like going up. Well, they're not kind of going up, they're going
Definitely.
up. All of them, all the time, every single year, prices are going up here, inflation, blah blah blah, this and that. And then some people are just think that they're thinking, oh, maybe things will change and prices won't go up anymore, they might go down. But no, they're gonna have to go up, obviously. They're gonna keep on going up until, because the richer has to get richer and the poor has to get poorer, and people think the jobs will get more and maybe a different president might change things, but it's not gonna even change like that though, is it? It's
No,
not necessarily.
The way I look at it,
depends.
right, is that like it's the way I look at it in the music scene. For some reason, there's a bubble around Newcastle when it comes to the music scene. Like we hardly hear anything from the Bristol scene. We hardly hear anything from the London scene. And there's some
Manchester
fucking
scene as well.
excellent music going on there, but it's all kind of like segregated into little areas. And we're in a time warp when it comes to the music scene as well. But we're also in a time warp when it comes to our justice system. For the legality system when it comes to the drugs and stuff, and not only that, but we've shoved ourselves back into the dark ages when it comes to feminist shit, which I'll talk about in a bit. Because in a way, with the rise of feminism, we've got disposable men again. We've got women crying out for men to be castrated if they're bad dads and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Even in England, that's ridiculous. Like the whole homeless thing. Yeah, I didn't even know that women had so much security when it comes to being homeless than men. That's why you never even seen any homeless women anywhere. They're just
That's
homeless
shocking,
guys.
isn't it?
That's
Anyway, this
ridiculous.
tune is Joga Slaughterhouse featuring Silas.
Bang it on.
Yes, sir. Yes, how are the kids?
How are the kids? My kids I never get to see them these days, you know.
Yeah.
Since they got pregnant, I mean, I know she's only 6, but she's a little hooer. Right?
Yeah.
She's just a Miley Cyrus, and I thought, love.
I
There's
like
no
my
going
kids. My kids just made about 1,000 something stripping. Oh, she's a good girl.
That is a girl.
That's a good
Mine just popping out babies left, right, and centre. She's a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, man. And she can twerk better than Miley Cyrus.
Common out fetuses. How many is that abortions is that you pay for?
It's NHS. Get it?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man.
I'm going to put this down low and kind of takes over
There's an intense discussion there.
I'm gonna-
Oh, where is it?
Thank you very much. Yeah, man.
I just scribbled it up. Where'd I put
I don't know, man.
the iPod? Oh, there it is in front of us. There you go.
This is.
Topics for discussion.
Oh. How do I scroll down?
I didn't even see that.
Oh, here's a good one. The EDL March.
In South Shields. What happened there?
Oh, loads of people got arrested.
Aye.
But good or bad, EDL were pro or against EDL.
And we were on the opposite side.
You were on the opposite side. Did you go?
On the Newcastle March, yeah.
You went to the anti-EDL.
The anti-EDL side.
There was
When there was an EDL
one
march.
group, the EDL, and on the other side it was the anti-EDL. And then
And
in
there was
between
massive
there was
wall.
the wall police.
Yeah.
Horse police, police on horses and all this stuff. It was crazy.
Well,
What was crazy is what happened down South Shields though, because I heard some chaval talking about it, on, just on the way past, and apparently there was all rushed the police and punched them and stuff like that.
Right,
Yeah, that's fucking mental. What happened there then? Because I don't know.
I wasn't there, man.
Well, the hearsay that I picked up on was
Hearsay.
that loads of people got arrested, that it got really violent, and I'm guessing they must have charged the other side, and really started a brawl with either the police, because there must have been the same wall that was there at Newcastle. It was literally a fucking. It was like a membrane, wasn't it? It was like
Yeah, it was a-
cell
Why
membrane
were you
in
two-
science or something like that, you know?
Why were you two anti-EDL?
Why?
Hey, why not? Why should I be? Should I have been EDL?
You could have been.
Why? Why did the EDL support that I should support?
I don't know, just Why don't you support them?
Fuck off, Nazi scum!
Oh yeah!
Get the fuck out of our country, bitches!
Let's try this. Just try. What was it?
Hold on.
Since you brought the Nazis into this.
Hitler ist Deutschland! Deutschland ist Hitler!
Excellent. Alright.
Nathan has a lot of problems, we apologise for that last outburst. The police will here momentarily to pick him up.
Hold on.
And beat Wing.
Hold on. So on one hand, we're promoting freedom of political views. I say I'm a little bit pro-nationalist and socialist, and it's like call the fucking
That's alright.
police.
If I can get your email at the end, right, I'll post up your email and then you can see whatever you want, and then people can send all their hate mail to your inbox. And,
Why would they send hate mail to me?
well, put this up on YouTube, which I will be.
Because I want the trains to run on time.
Fucking trains!
I'll let the internet tell you what they think about it. And
Well,
I don't have to have an opinion about it. Literally, I don't need to have one. I reserve my opinion.
Do you know what we've also established? The internet and people are so easily misled, they will believe anything that's going that the mass media says.
Not only that, you're just a provocation, like, engineer, and you just try to provoke fucking shit out of people. So I'm not going to buy into your racist bullshit.
I didn't give any racist.
I know it's not really
Have
you.
I said anything racist?
Well, earlier on he did say that.
You have, but I don't give a fuck because I know you're just a crazy cunt. And you don't mean half the things you say. No man, but I fucking
Yeah, so why were you marching against the EDL?
Well, can you tell me one thing first, actually?
I wasn't gonna be on their fucking inbred side. That's foreign. When people said, "Oh, fuck off, you Nazi bastards," I was like, "Fuck off, you inbred cunts." I was shouting that for 10 minutes.
Which side would you have been?
And I had a smaller megaphone, but
I was on neither side.
Well, if you had to choose a side, which side would you
I'm joining political neutrality.
you don't.
No,
Yeah,
neutrality means you're choosing a side of silence, and you cannot choose
I'm
that
being
side.
the quizmaster here.
No,
You're not a card carrier. Basically, is what
Card
you're saying.
carrier?
You're not a card carrier.
What's
you
a
know.
card carrier?
Well, you're not going to carry a card that says you're gay, or you're not going to carry a card that
Your gay card.
Yeah,
I dropped
exactly.
that long ago.
Well, exactly. You're not going to carry a card that says that you're racist or that you're not a racist, are you? It's like,
I'm just in the middle, man. I don't like those Mexicans.
well, we feel like
Goddamn Mexicans.
the people on the other side weren't really
They
the people
took
on the other
our
side. They were just
Jobs.
we were the side with the drums. We were the side using the megaphones to make music. Whereas like they were like using their megaphones to shout hatred and shouting like
Yeah, really, we were just chilling. We were just having fun, dancing.
we were dancing, we shouted a few crazy shit, but like we got laughs
said,
from
can
the
we
crowd.
all
You know,
just
it was,
get
it was
along?
comedy mostly, you know.
I just kept saying, can we all just get along?
Yeah,
Nobody.
exactly. And everybody started laughing, like like the
Yeah.
whole. It was kind of laid back in a way, but it shouldn't have been as laid back because as the South Shields Valley went, you know, it doesn't always go
Laid back.
so relaxed, you know, from what I hear. We
But-
should really like do
Okay,
a bit.
that-
I'll do a bit
can
more
I ask a
research
question?
on
Can I
that
ask-
for the next
Can I
time.
ask a question? What do the EDL really stand for? Why are they protesting, and what is it that they're actually really protesting?
I'm not too sure exactly what they stand for, but I think it's they want Britain for Britons and the native people of Britain to be put before any immigrants,
Yeah.
and for a stronger nationalist identity,
Yeah.
which is obviously diluted. If you have an influx of immigration, which have a high birth rate, and a natural population which has a low birth rate, then the cultural identity will easily switch over in a good 10-20 years. And then
To being good or bad or
to
in
being
what way?
to being a foreign culture. So you have native-born Britons who've lived generation after generation in England
Yeah.
or wherever, being displaced
I
by
kinda-
immigrants
You know,
from the
and
Far
you were
East.
saying the
I kinda-
Queen, right? The Queen is like, you know, you wanted to fuck her and stuff like that, right? What? But you know how you said that earlier on, right?
Yeah.
Well, basically the Queen is the reason immigration's still open.
Why?
Because the toffs, the real toffs, the upper class aristocrats, the so-called elite, they are the ones leaving the floodgates open
Yeah,
because
'cause
they
they
want to
benefit from
dilute.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
of course they benefit.
They benefit
I
from
mean,
the cheap jobs.
Here's a simple way of showing you guys, yeah, like slavery for let's say America or something like that.
Yeah.
What happened? It was like white people and stuff there, yeah, and then suddenly they brought loads of black people, you know, for slavery to work, and then what? White people there, they had the jobs there and stuff like that, and then so when they bring all these black people to be slaves, they say, oh, good news, guys, all these guys, you don't need to work anymore, these guys will do all your jobs, but then all these people, these fools are losing their jobs
Yeah.
to these guys who are not so really, who are really benefiting from it, was all the major money makers of
Yeah.
America, and then everybody else were just made to hate black people, I guess, to be against it, and you know, what the TV is doing about the war and everything else, I guess, is
They had
just
the same problems in ancient Roman slavery as well.
yeah.
Working
But-
on the plantations.
You see, I understand, right, that like the EDL do. There are some things that I even agree with the EDL.
What do you
on.
agree with the ODL?
That David Cameron's a traitor. I agree with
Why? What?
it, with the EDL.
Okay.
Hate the fact that the British forces are siding up with Al Qaeda now, even though that they went to war against them, and now basically
Well,
went-
Actually, Britain is not going with America to Syria. They
I
decided
didn't
not
say
to.
that. I
They,
didn't-
they're not, they decided not to go.
I didn't
but
say that.
I think
I've said they've already worked with Al Qaeda.
Oh, yeah.
British
Oh.
forces have already worked with Al Qaeda, and that's why the EDL think that
And
David Cameron is a traitor.
I just think it's amazing as well. How the hell can America even justify going to help Al Qaeda with Syria when those are the very same people who they claim caused 9/11? It's
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck?
I agree with them that the floodgates do need to be closed because
Shouldn't they like help them and arrest them?
there needs to be a balance.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that the people that I mean when I went to that EDL march, you could see loads of people putting their hands up like this, and it's like they don't even know what Nazism is. They don't even know
Nazism
like
is a beautiful thing.
Well, no, like I don't think it is.
To a degree.
I think like for years and years that there has been a campaign against Germany, specifically Germany, Germanophobia, like this idea that people are afraid, on British TV, on British Sky TV, you see endless shit about the Germans, about what they did during the war, about how nasty the Nazis were. Not a word, well, hardly any word about what the Japanese did, even though it was 10 times worse.
Or what the British did.
In a way, or what the British
Or the
did,
Americans.
or what the Americans did, or what the Chinese did. You know, like
I would like to say something
all
Yeah,
fucking
with
terrible.
that as well, yeah. You have to remember, you know, like with all these soldiers that are going to war, a lot of these people, when you decide to go to join the army, they just came out of college or school or something like that, and they don't have the right grades, or they just like stupid, or they can't have a way to
Uneducated,
to
yeah.
make money or to like have something stable in their life. So they go to the army for that stability because it's easy and it's accessible. And when they go there, they end up, let's say, going to war with some blah 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 because the president said, oh, those are bad, but they're not getting any information. They're just going there for a job because bad reasons like that. And when you're gonna talk about Nazis and stuff like that, those soldiers, a lot of them probably got forced to be in the army as well.
I don't think so. There was a lot of...
You don't think so?
No, because in Germany they had it was very popular to be in the army and very encouraged, and everyone felt proud of doing it. And the uniforms are Hugo Boss.
Well, there you go then.
But they've
imagine you were born in Germany then in that case.
Yeah.
Do you think if it came to it, you probably might have definitely been in the army as well?
Right, okay.
So there you go.
Right, Hitler was an English agent, right?
Do you reckon Hitler was the English agent?
Right. Not only was he an English agent, but he was also trained by English occultists and in like esoteric orders. He was also deep into that shit with the British royals. He used them tactics to mesmerize and hypnotize the population of Germany, and then they got the flack. They got the flack for everything that Hitler ordered them to do, for the brainwashing that he did.
Yeah.
And like they all got tarred with that brush, and every time everybody brings up a fucking Nazi sign, it's like, half the fucking real Nazis are dead, and the Germans just get the flak for it. And I think it's like
let's rewind a little
fucking
bit.
poor, you know.
Why was Hitler?
Poor state of affairs.
Why was Hitler a British agent?
I didn't know anything about that, so I don't have anything to say.
I've never heard that before.
He was trained.
I know that
in
Osama
Britain.
bin Laden
He
was
was trained in
an
Britain.
American agent.
He was
to do what?
He was schooled in Britain.
But if he was a British agent, then why would he attack the United Kingdom and its empire and its allies?
Well, when he goes to there, then there's no reason like.
Why is the royal family German? That's what you want to be asking yourself.
The royal family's always been German.
Why did
Has
why
it
did
always
the order?
been German?
Why
The royal
did
family.
Why did Hitler?
How the hell did you? How do you guys even have?
Why
this
was
still,
Hitler?
I mean,
Listen,
what?
well, listen, hold on. Why was Hitler ordered to kill off the rest of the royal family that was tied to
was
the royal
ordered to
family
kill them,
in,
yeah?
in Germany?
By who?
In England?
By who?
Didn't happen?
Because, yes, it did. Yes, it did.
He tried to kidnap.
Well,
The Zionists that were in Germany were all killed off, or they were sent out.
the Zionists.
Right. Well, who do you think they were? Who do you think the fucking Queen Elizabeth is? A fucking Jew? No, she's a Zionist.
A Zionist
And,
and
and
Jews
it's
are
her relatives
Right.
that they wanted to kill off her competitors, and they got rid of them. It was all a planned event to sacrifice, because they're all into ritual sacrifice, and like. That's why, because they wanted to kill off the competitors, wanted to kill off the population, because that's what they do every so 100 years, because
Okay.
they feel that like not only does the population overgrowth, it becomes uncontrollable, but it basically it how do I say this? It satisfies their gods as well. It's a
Okay.
religious thing.
Let's look at the result though. The result was a domination by the Soviet Union of Europe.
The result of what, by the way?
World War Two.
All right, okay, cool.
Yeah, so the Russia dominates Soviet Union, which has no ties to any royalists or things like that. It's So then, how does that benefit? How does that benefit the Queen then, or whoever? By the destruction of Germany.
War always, one way or another, benefit the rich, the richest.
Do you
of the
think?
richest,
Do you-
the elite?
Who do you think got hit the worst?
I don't know
Britain-
anything about that war, so I can't say
The
anything.
poor.
I guess.
The poor.
In general, the poor. It was to get rid of the poor.
The poor didn't get hit the worst.
First of all, it was to get rid of the competitors. Anybody they wanted taken out during the war, all they had to do was click their fingers. Oh, what am I getting sent down for? Oh, because you're a spy. Because you're this. Because you've been, consumed with these cohorts, and oh yeah, whatever you want. Well, torture them and kill them. And
Yeah,
that's
I don't
that's
think
basically their blood sacrifice done and Hitler's
Don't think
fucking
that's
duty
true.
accomplished.
I don't think that's true at all. I
Well-
think that's an extreme theory. You don't know what we're talking
I don't
about.
I've done research.
Okay,
There's
I-
actual proof to
Well, it's
you just
It-
believe in the history books and History Channel too much, you know.
Well,
no,
that-
it's a theory, but not a likely one.
I wouldn't say you don't. Do you believe the history books and everything? Like,
Well-
I don't know. Do you believe the conventional history? I guess.
If you read enough, you can see what really goes on. And the history books are true, but told from a victor's point of view.
Which means it could be completely bullshit though. And I think at the same time, when I say history, I mean like, yeah, I'm talking about everything, how it apparently all came about to be with the whole...
Do you know how there's always been this thing played off against people? How we've always been played off against
Yeah.
one each other. England hates Germany. England hates France. France hates England.
Scotland hates England, yeah.
And Scotland hates England. The fucking Germany hates Austria, or they took over Austria, and
The
like
Netherlands and that, yeah.
and how Japan's supposed to hate China,
Oh, cheers, man.
and America's supposed to hate Japan. It's all a big
Apple juice.
setup, because in the end, the Japanese emperor was saved. Hitler was slandered. He was going to be fucking hung by his balls and all the rest of it. They decided to pin the tail on the donkey. And in the end, all that hatred for Japan went out of the window. It was all forgotten. The emperor was allowed to get on his way.
It was, yeah.
And become a dignitary or something like that.
Yeah,
Allowed to
a
get it.
constitutional empire, yeah.
Yeah. And so, how do you explain that? How do you explain that seething hatred for Japan, and yet that guy was allowed to roam free?
Well, it wasn't allowed to roam free. It was allowed to remain in power because it would upset the Japanese people so much because they've been so indoctrinated that if the Americans came and murdered the emperor, that there would be a full-on revolt.
No.
You know?
Nah.
Yeah, if you had the emperor telling them to calm down, we'll
Uh,
just see this through.
People aren't that dependent on. Did you use the rest of that stuff? Yeah. That
Oh,
looks
the
like
one that
what?
was here. It's
That's
in here,
fine.
man.
That's cool. I don't worry about it.
People
I
aren't
just
dependent.
need
They're
to
just
people
outraged.
where it was. The people aren't dependent on the emperors.
So do you agree to
They
disagree?
go
then?
down, they fall. There's ones come every now and then. You know, that it just depends on the amount of sensation that they get. That becomes their support. You know, people were like under the threat of being put in prison when that Kim Jong or whatever.
Kim Jong Il.
Yeah,
Kim
yeah,
Jong-un.
from North Korea.
Yeah.
Is it North Korea? Yeah.
By the way, yeah, I got a picture to show you.
People were under the
Show us a
threat of
picture.
prison.
Show us
No,
a picture.
it's on my Facebook. It's on my page. It's on my page, and it's of him and his father. Yeah,
Yeah.
and they with their family, who looks scared as hell. It's on my page. I gotta show you that later on after this. Like
That's cool, man.
Yeah,
Did you know that when
I'm telling you.
when they were doing documentaries about the Nazis and stuff like that, they lied about it, and when they documented everything that the Nazis did, they lied about it. They actually built chimneys beside the actual buildings themselves, not attached to them, built to the ground, and then they framed the picture in a way, built the chimneys beside the buildings that were meant to be the chimney rooms and stuff like that. So it made it look like the chimney was attached to the building when it was completely separate to it.
Are you saying that
They photoed.
the Holocaust never happened?
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that it wasn't nearly as big or as terrible as they put across.
I agree with that, yeah.
And hey, you know, like I'll get slandered for it, other people will get slandered for it. If people actually do their research on Germanophobia, they can take a look at the subject themselves, and they can take a look at the actual hard, cold fucking evidence. People who've taken videos and went round these buildings that were supposed to be the chimney rooms, which aren't even attached to the fucking buildings that they were said to be.
Okay. But
Death, you know, where the deaths were meant to happen. You know?
Can we move on from the Holocaust?
Yeah. Can we move on from the subject?
Yeah.
I think it's so interesting how
It is,
you know how many times every day we'll get reminded about how nasty the Nazis are. And now fucking EDL people will they'll put their fucking hands up, and there's it's just mindless dronism. They don't even know what that stands for. They never all the history
They
behind
don't
it.
really know what the fuck they're doing when they do that
Exactly,
shit.
like it's
They
just
need
like
to
a
stick to
dumb
the
bastard
subject and do
syndrome.
what the fuck they're gonna do.
It's like
If they're gonna do something, don't be like a
Frankenstein
fucking
disease
Nazi,
or
because you're
something.
not a fucking Nazi. You don't know how the fuck it came about to be. It's like the real. If somebody right now says, "Yo, I'm a blood" or "I'm a crip," you don't know what the fuck you're talking about because you don't know what a blood.
You've never been to LA.
You don't know shit. Blood.
Hey, there's my purple
Even if you
hoodie,
are
man.
in LA right
I'm
now,
a
you don't know
nine.
what the fuck you're talking
I'm
about.
gonna get
Talking
my
about
nine.
LA, right? I was in LA and I got lost. And I was in some ghetto somewhere, and I was
Yeah.
the only white guy I could see, and everyone was speaking Spanish. I was just like,
Yes,
fucking hell!
That means you. Yeah.
And I tried to fly down a taxi, and I was like, mate, can you take us back to wherever, Long Beach?
Now
And he was just like,
I don't
he
know,
couldn't,
Holmes.
and I was like, he couldn't even speak
Oh,
English. I was
shit.
like, just like basic language. And I
So
was
can
like,
you not just say like the
Was
place
he
you
not
wanna go
fucking
like
with you?
What?
Espanol
Was he not fucking
Yigo.
no, mate, hardly anyone speaks English in America, in California.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But you know, I mean,
She's like fucking hell.
when you look around and I'm the only white guy there,
That's
and I'm like,
incredible,
yeah,
lad.
this is
It's
bad.
like, oh,
I've
this
always
like
wanted to
he
go
knows
to LA.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Shit.
I've always wanted to go to LA, like
Especially the American Latinos, like
Oh,
they're
yeah.
proper like LA.
They're not fucking around, are they?
They're not fucking around, man. They're not fucking around. But at least you were not in Detroit or something like that.
Fucking Detroit needs RoboCop.
Maybe some of that as well.
yeah, man. Right.
And man, can I ask a question by the way?
Ask.
Yeah? That has been asked so many times, and even right now I'm like, so I've never actually got an answer for what the fuck. You know the whole evolution thing, yeah,
Oh,
from
right.
monkey to man. How is there still monkeys, and there's still there's human beings after the whole evolution, but there's none of everything in between? What's the actual like?
That's easy,
I've
man.
never.
That's
Okay,
it,
try to
Right.
try. Go
Imagine you
ahead.
have one monkey thing, right? Sort of
Right, you
monkey.
got one monkey right now.
Right. And then two of those monkeys fuck and
Yeah,
become...
and then they make some retard baby who becomes
Yeah, okay.
like a little bit more advanced.
Yeah, but so that goes in two ways. So two of these fuck over here, and then two of them fuck over there, and these two, their children eventually become people, and these two eventually become chimpanzees or apes, and that's so...
Right.
You know, your family tree will go back...
Let me give you the lowdown on this shit, right?
To
I've
one point.
actually done research on the Darwins, on the Darwin family,
Okay,
what they
alright.
were actually into. They were one of the biggest proprietors of eugenics, and they basically campaigned for depopulation since the beginning, along with
hold on.
Aldous Huxley.
Hold on. Okay, eugenics and that. But natural eugenics is
But
evolution.
isn't it like because it's a theory of evolution?
No,
as well,
it actually happens. It's fact.
There is no natural eugenics.
There is.
Isn't it a theory of evolution?
It's called survival of the fittest.
Yeah, which happened to come from the Darwin family, which specialised around
But it makes sense. It makes concrete
manipulating
sense.
the population to kill itself.
Yeah, sure, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But everything that we think as fact right now is just something that we think it just makes the most sense to us.
Yeah.
So there's no real fact. It's just something that makes the most sense.
You're right.
Okay.
No, you're right. There are them laws that exist in nature where that survival of the fittest situation
Of
exists.
course, yeah,
But
yeah.
how would you account for this situation?
Which situation?
Our situation.
I'm saying like obviously with
Okay.
How do we
with
we
animals
confound
and flowers.
every
We
evolutionary?
Sort of. I
Abs-
can give you the best
let's
answer
not-
I can.
Yeah, go
Right,
ahead,
okay.
man.
Right. If you have birds and birds eat from trees, ants or something, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the one with the fat beak can't get its facing, but one with
So
the thin beak
yeah,
can.
with a thin beak, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So with
Or maybe the longer one or something.
yeah, with humans, if we can stand upright, let's say we live in a grassy area
Yeah.
with this plane, if we stand up, we have a wider view of predators,
Oh.
you know, and so you've got a better view, and things like that.
Yeah, yeah, man.
It's not, so that explains the hips and that's why you stand upright and
Everything, yeah.
things
yeah,
like that. Because ones that couldn't stand upright would be eaten by tigers or.
But still,
yeah.
why is there still monkeys and there's still but everything else in between? Everything else, not even one died off.
The monkeys and the people aren't on the same line. They're on two separate lines.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Right,
Do you understand what I mean?
I'm not quite sure. I'm not exactly 100%.
Okay. Yeah. So you have let's say people,
Like
Bigfoot,
a generation of
generation,
evolution.
yeah. So let's say you have monkeys, then you have Bigfoot, then you have
More
people.
primitive.
Right, okay,
Yeah.
right.
So you'd have monkeys, then you'd have other apes.
So we can
and then you
come
have
from them,
chimpanzees.
but at the same time, like
We don't come
The
from
secret's in the
chimpanzees.
name,
no,
innit?
like monkeys, but now I'm talking about chimpanzees.
The secret's in the
Like-
name, though, isn't it?
Like the
Primate.
evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Primate, was it primate?
primates.
Primate, isn't it? So that's what but they're a more primitive primate. That's like that's the way it goes
Yeah.
with them. But what I was talking about is like how if we'll say look at the Darwinian structure of like looking at evolution, it's extremely cutthroat, and it doesn't account for My Little Pony furries in America that go to McDonald's and sit in McDonald's and play with furries and
have you
they're
seen,
the most insane creatures you've ever seen in your life, but they exist and they live and they
I don't know.
live
I
off
don't
the
know
system.
what the hell they put in those McDonald's food. Yeah, I don't even know what they put. Have you seen
How
that
are they
woman? That
surviving?
video of that woman going crazy over McNuggets in the morning, and they wouldn't serve her.
No.
Oh man, I'll show you that as well. It's
Yeah.
insane, bruv. It's only like a minute or something. Have you seen it?
Well,
Bang on, yeah.
Yeah.
now you're gonna put it on.
Why not? Sorry, Brian.
Will they be able to hear?
I think so. If there's a
So what are you saying, Nate?
yeah.
I was saying that it doesn't account for human beings in general, like the way that they survive, even though you could say that but they're still preyed on, which they are, because they're most like if you account for people who are on disability in America and how they kind of survive on their own, but they're still getting money, but they're still spending the money and it goes back into the system.
This is a very
they're
modern.
still being preyed on. They're not helping it themselves. They're not trying to get better.
This is a very small, modern Darwinian sort of thing. But we're looking at the general of human evolution and why.
Yeah.
And let's say if you were disabled in the past, you'd die off because you couldn't survive.
Let's say Edward Bernays. Edward Bernays, right, was the guy who introduced mind control into the population, right?
Okay.
And so he took his uncle's work, who was Sigmund Freud, right?
Yeah.
And he applied it to the rest of the human race and said, this is the way people are. So we've got to work on people as if this model of behaviour, the model of abnormality exists, which was the psychoanalysis, which basically said that you want to fuck your mother, you want to kill your dad, and you want to play with your shit, and you want to do all kinds of other perverted stuff, right? And
Psychosomatic development. Psychosexual development.
Psychoanalytical
Okay.
development, and it's like psychosexual. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, and basically like that. That's how he played on people. If you listen to the music of the 1960s, you can hear that because the Doors, the lead singer of the Doors, his dad was a naval officer, was a naval general, right? And they have been known to be in with the occult and the esoteric
What's with
societies.
the occult? We keep going back to it.
The secret societies.
This could be a secret society.
I mean, this could be a secret society.
I mean, us three, we
I
could
could
get
go on
together,
about-
we could be a secret society.
But you probably need a certain
talk
amount
about
of
the
people to be
names.
called a society.
Definitely.
Have you been to Tyne Dock? Have you never
Yeah.
seen the Freemasons Hall?
Yes, I
You know where the Freemasons Hall is? Well, that used to be a secret society. Now it's labelled something else. So have you seen it recently?
There's one in Shields.
By the way, in America,
Whereabouts?
Next
people
people next to Morrison's.
Next to Morrison's?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Round the back.
I'll have to check it out. Thanks, I didn't realise that. I'm gonna have a
Yeah,
look.
where is it?
in America, there's people who are found in a Freemason hall, doing orgies, basically like what's the name of the movie? Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah, yeah.
Eyes
People
Wide
were
Shut.
found
By
like in a
Kubrick.
massive orgy, wearing like
Clockwork
robes and stuff.
Orange bitches.
Yeah, they gotta have this. It was
Go
mad.
for it, man. If they don't have an orgy, let them. Yeah.
Yeah, in a Freemason hall.
Anywhere. In a church, I don't give a fuck.
Do what you gotta be.
Sorry, man.
Ah, my toe, my black toe.
Your black toe.
My black toe.
Just that one.
I was just
Go for a snatch.
Alright, wait, no, that's perfect. I don't have to change that at all. But I won't get back to talking about introducing this idea of fucking secret societies because people don't really have an idea, don't really have a clue about what they are or what they portend to be because they keep themselves unless they're doing some promotion work, unless they're trying to promote themselves, unless they're trying to recruit people, which they've done on the BBC this year. And not only that, every now and then they have a disclaimer put out. They had that guy from Time Team do a whole disclaimer documentary for Channel 4 for it, trying to say that the Freemasons were just this innocuous group that didn't really mean anything, you know, when they were just this old men's group that had a Thanksgiving dinner every now and then.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing the kind of shit they try to pull over the wool, that pull over people's eyes, you know?
That's what they do all the time, though, isn't it? Like, I don't even know when to ever trust any like prime minister or president, like especially the ones who have been currently in charge. Like, I don't even, everything that Obama says right now makes me like almost like bleh. And David Cameron, I don't even know where the hell he's been, man. What the fuck is he doing right now? What's going on? Well, like,
He's trying to play Churchill. David Cameron's trying to play Churchill.
I don't know what he's fucking
That's what he's
playing, but he ain't playing.
Did you know?
Death Trap.
Death Trap.
I don't have many
Oh, yeah,
lights in the
man.
house. Like, I have one in the bathroom and one in the kitchen.
Get some candles up, man.
David Cameron.
David Cameron.
He's trying to play
I heard he's a bit of a
Churchill.
queer.
Do you not think he's trying to play Churchill?
How can he play Churchill? Churchill's dead, and if he was alive, would win a poke every time.
Think about the way the angry speech that he had the other day,
Right.
last week, and think about the way that he held himself, like and shaking his finger, and the way that he was like trying to portend like I'm the right one here, and I know basically they know something's going to happen.
Of course
They
it
know
is. It's
something's
obvious. The
gonna happen.
army's recruiting. You know what I mean? The adverts are on.
And when it happens, when something sparks off, he's going to be like, see, I told you so, I told you so. And that's when this war, whatever, is going to start off. Or this 1984 war, which I call it, because like in a way it might become something like that. Oh, what is the war going on in
Who
the
is
East?
the enemy?
Yeah, who is
Yeah,
the enemy?
we've always
you
been
know?
at war with Eurasia.
Yeah, exactly, all that crap, you know what I mean? Like we'll always be at war with Eurasia, and like that's just the way it's going to stay.
How are we back on politics?
Well, that's the way. That's the way.
I know.
That's
You
the
wanna
way the
watch
cookie
this
crumbles, my
McNugget?
friends.
Get the vid on. Get the vid on.
Yeah, this is if you haven't seen it.
McNugget rampage.
Let's just make a McNuggets in my head. I don't want to get it.
It's 10:30 a.m. We don't serve chicken McNuggets at this time.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't.
Why not?
Because we do.
You what? Other words just fucking hiss again.
Shit, she's rabid, isn't she?
She's been put down.
She's rabbit her, like.
Oh my
What?
The fucking Terminator.
I know.
god. Holy shit.
We're going Super Saiyan. It's over 9,000.
This is out of control.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. And look, another conscious cousin.
So,
Like,
no
yeah,
chicken
can I
nuggets.
get a Big Mac meal? Yeah, she just went crazy. Like, I don't know what the hell they put in those McNuggets, man. Some crack cocaine.
This is why we got on to the politics. National service.
Oh, yeah, that was the question, wasn't it?
What do you think about national service?
I think it's a damn disgrace.
But what do you think about them bringing it in to be mandatory
There's no need for it at all.
for people like?
What do you think?
Listen, yeah.
He's 22.
It's the 21st century.
He's pissing off.
It's the 21st century.
By the end of the year.
It's the 21st century.
Yeah.
What the fuck? How the hell can somebody tell me I have to be in the army for whatever amount of time? It's not. It's that I don't want to do that shit.
Yeah.
That's like for back in those days where people still, you know, like they were requested to go to the army and they had to do it. Like they had to say goodbye to the children and stuff like
Germany
that.
was invading.
Exactly, shit had to happen. So you know what I'm saying. But now, nobody.
No need.
There's absolutely no need, and there should be. I don't even know why there's war anymore. I thought by this time people should be intelligent enough to just like, I don't know, go in an arguing match or something like that instead of going to war. I don't know, but it's
I blame
ridiculous.
Game of Thrones.
How can you blame Game of Thrones?
Well, listen, if a politician says, okay, we're gonna have to go to war with this person, why doesn't that politician go with that person to like a Western standoff with a gun or something like that? I don't know, but
and the OK Corral.
you cannot ask other people to go to die for whatever your opinion is.
Of course you can. It's how the world works.
You can't. It shouldn't be like that anymore. We should be much more wiser than that.
Should, yeah.
Because, like I said before, a lot of these kids who end up in the army as soldiers, they just wound up there. Yeah.
Nobody should be forced into slavery the way that people
well,
are being asked into.
Slavery is
it's slavery.
This is slavery, modern slavery. I mean, when you're a person right now, you go about to have a baby. The baby is born, and then that baby grows up crying, blah blah. You put the baby in front of the TV every time you're tired and stuff like that. The baby is watching TV or shopping, blah blah, this and that, whatever's happening on TV. And then the baby is growing up, and then you have to put the baby to school at some point, and then you have to pay money to that school, and the baby's growing up, learning.
I'm not gonna.
If I
ever have a kid,
with stuff like that.
I'm gonna homeschool my
I'm
kid.
just talking about the modern average kids right now, you know what I'm saying? And then that baby's growing up there, and then grows
Even
up.
parents
you have
who
to go to
don't want to put their
primary
kids in school.
Yeah, and then they go to high school and stuff like that, and you pay some more money for them growing up just to learn some more stuff anyways, or about how to survive in this complicated world that is created for them, right? And then you pay more money for them to go to university and college first actually, and then more money for university of that, which is way more money, especially now after the banks got bailed out, after everybody else objected and stuff like that. So that's even more money. Okay, then fair enough. After all these thousands now that's been spent on the kid going to learn and on how to get a job, which has to work some more just to get money on how to buy an HD 3D screen TV in order to survive and buy food for himself. That is slavery, and people don't even realize it.
It is slavery.
That is slavery right there, man.
No, I mean, think about it though. Like kids, what have they got to look forward to now? They go to the job centre. They kind of find work, so they opted in to a job course, which makes them do work for free or near free. You know, make them work for their job seekers allowance.
That's terrible, isn't it?
It's
that's outrageous.
That's the one slavery they've got to put up with. Then there's the mandatory year of of service, which comes between 20 years of 18 and 26, and if you between those years you've got to do which they're bringing into play soon, which he's exempt from because he's going back to South Africa soon.
Oh, what's it?
No! You're gonna leave us here! You're gonna leave us here! I knew it!
South Africa. It's only time before they have conscription.
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Conscription.
Yeah, I don't know. You said a word I don't mean. That's unbelievable. What?
Conscription is mandatory
I'm as
service.
shocked as you are.
It's mandatory service.
Oh, right, conscription. Right. So it's like the draft, but it's
called conscription.
Yeah, right. That's good. I didn't realise. That's obviously a term you'd learn in the force.
It's obviously a term I learned when I educated myself, mate.
But you were in the army.
When I read some books, I was like,
you learned it in the army, though, didn't you? No. Oh, okay.
Dictionary. Oh, I didn't know that.
You're lying.
Why am I lying now? This is how it is. You realise someone's got a little bit of intellectual edge and he's lying, he's a cunt, has to be killed. Oh man, some dynamics are in play, aren't they?
Always. No, just fucking around.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Next topic.
Anywho.
By the way, Kevin Bacon's smile.
Kevin's bacon. Well, everyone's asking him when Footloose 2's coming out.
Let's get away from the grim subjects.
Yeah, I've been desperate to get away from politics for ages.
You know who's made up the bill for that? Do you know who's actually conscripted? And it's like Your Majesty said that, you know, basically has called all people to do this in the UK. It's a royal fucking bill of
a levy.
It's a royal law thing. I don't know what
it's called raising levies.
I don't know if it's that at all, but it's a royal bill of law. You know,
that's medieval, that, man.
You know what I'm talking about, though, don't you? It's been prescribed by the Royal Institute, like, to do with law. I can't remember how.
I'm not sure exactly what it is.
I know. I'm getting confused.
So right now you could be talking about injecting with a needle or injecting something by the media. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, I'll bring it up.
If you're going to inject with a needle, which part of your body would you use?
And an asshole.
What?
My culo.
Colon.
My culo.
Oh,
it's Spanish for ass, man.
The gluteus maximus.
My gluteus maximus.
That's the better.
When Sam wants your gluteus, he gets your gluteus.
Actually, probably right here on my arm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would you inject?